a champion, you look for someone who's dominant, who's above the rest of the pack. That is Kamaru Usman.
Oh, Usman still undisputed.
I am the pound-for-pound best alive right now.
Every single time he steps out here, he proves it.
I'm here to stay for the long run. You'll fade away before I'm done.
If Usman can keep doing what he's doing, he's going to go down as the greatest ever.
But he's facing a man in Leon Edwards that's a real threat.
I'm on a win streak in the hardest division in the sport.
He's earned his spot here.
Like it or not, I'm at your door. Open the gate, cause it rock come.
Kamaru Usman, I look forward to my title shot. I'm going to win the fight.
Leon Edwards poses the biggest threat, but I will knock him out.
I'm unstoppable.
Kamaru Usman.
You're looking at a man who has been absolutely dominant.
Leon Edwards, the skills that this man has, he can submit you or knock you out on the feet.
He's a very dangerous man.
One of the scariest knockout artists in the UFC, Paulo Costa.
He's a force of destruction.
He throws bombs.
Luke Rockhold returns.
He is an animal inside the octagon.
The King of Rio, Jose Aldo.
One of the best of all time.
Marab Dvalishvili. This man is a savage. The UFC returns to Salt Lake City.
I can't wait.
I'm unstoppable.
Welcome to the UFC 278 press conference here in Salt Lake City, Utah, where on Saturday night, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world squares off against the best UK fighter in mixed martial arts today. But first to the stage, one half of an incredible bantamweight showdown, a Georgian wrecking machine with an appetite for ground and pound, winner of 7 straight fights. Here is Marab Dvalishvili. And his opponent, one of the greatest featherweights in mixed martial arts history, who has reinvented himself down a weight class and is laser focused on more gold around his waist. Winner of 3 straight, here is Brazilian legend, the King of Rio, Jose Aldo. And in the co-main event, a middleweight star returns after over a 3-year layoff with wins over former champions Chris Weidman, Michael Bisping, and Vitor Belfort on his resume. He is the former UFC and Strikeforce middleweight champion of the world. Welcome, Luke Rockhold. His opponent, a Brazilian berserker who has established himself among the middleweight elite with 13 career pro wins, 11 by knockout. Don't blink when Borashina hits the octagon. Next to the stage is Paulo Costa. And then, it's main event time for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship. Introducing the challenger, UK's best hope for UFC gold. A man who has not tasted defeat since he last fought Kamaru Usman nearly 7 years ago. Unbeaten in his last 10 fights. This is Leon Rocky Edwards. And finally, the man for around which this fight card was built. The best fighter in the world today. The Nigerian Nightmare, who has wreaked havoc on the 170-pound division since his octagon debut back in 2015. He has never tasted defeat in the UFC. He has never been taken down. Winner of 19 straight. Please welcome, Kamaru Usman.
What's up, Salt Lake City? How are you? Finally, in Utah, Salt Lake City with a pay-per-view. It's a big weekend for us. We're very excited to be here. I want to thank Ryan Smith and the Smith Entertainment Group for this beautiful arena, everything they've done to make this thing happen. We really appreciate it, man. It's one of the nicest arenas we've ever been in. And I want to thank Jeff Robbins from the Utah Sports Commission for all their help in getting us here and putting on this event this weekend. Who has the first question? Morgan.
Yeah, for Kamaru, I want to start with you. A lot of the talk this week has been like, hey, what if you are, slipping a little bit? What if you don't have quite the focus because you're #1 pound for pound, you beat this guy before? So I'm just curious, how do you prevent that from happening in your preparation, from not easing off the brake a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, talk is talk. There's one thing that got me here, and that's, my work ethic. Success only drives me to work even harder. So if they're thinking that I'm slipping, it's going to be a bad night for them.
And obviously, Leon brings a great, striking skill set to the cage. So I'm just curious, where do you think his striking ranks against, the guys that you've been facing recently?
It is what it is. I've always given him his respect. I think he's a good fighter, a very, very good fighter. But, lately, it seems to be a little disrespect coming from his side. Maybe he's thirsty for wanting to be champion so much that he's got to get disrespectful. But it is what it is. He's a tough striker. But, Masvidal went back there and put his hands on him. And like I said, him and Mendem, they did nothing.
Leon, for you kind of hear him saying that there's a little bit of disrespect. Obviously, this is a huge fight for you. It's a title fight. It's a rematch of the last guy that beat you. Is this getting personal in any way for you?
It's not personal for me. All it is I believe I'm #1 and I'm going out to prove it. He's clearly getting to his head. He's just about now closing his T-shirt up and wearing a T-shirt and closing his top up, but it's all good, like I said.
Listen, if you look like me, you would dress like this too.
Bro, you look like Terry Crews, bro.
Leon, tell the people what you drive back home. What kind of car you drive?
I don't look like you.
What kind of car you drive?
You know what I drive.
What?
You know what I drive.
No, what kind of car you drive? Tell the people.
Mercedes GLE. What do you drive?
What?
What?
So it's getting to your head too, right?
They get to my head.
Why? Listen, this is what it is. It's just envy. It's just envy. Listen, you like nice things, I like nice things. And like I said, if you look like me, you would dress like me too.
I've always said fair play to you for trying what you're trying, but the fame is definitely getting to your head, and I'm humbly asking Saturday night.
Who has the next? Go ahead.
Yeah, Leon, I just got one last question for you as well. You put in all the work to get here for sure, but maybe not necessarily the popularity or name recognition of maybe Masvidal, Covington, Burns, that kind of thing. So you win, that probably changes. How important is that to you to maybe get that public recognition and get that respect that maybe you've been slow to get so far? For Leon.
Again, I didn't hear you. First off to Dana. What did you say?
No, I think you put in the work to get here. You've earned this title shot, right? But sometimes you don't necessarily get the public recognition of some of those other stars. So is it important to you to win here and get some recognition from the public, get respect that maybe you haven't received up to this point?
Not really. I'm going in there with a mindset of becoming a champion. It's been a long road for me to get here, and I am grabbing it with both hands. I do not care about the roar. My aim is to go out there and provide for my family and become #1, and I truly believe I'm #1. And Saturday night, I'll prove that.
This is a question for Luke Rockhold. Luke, you've been away from the cage for a while now. I'm curious, as the fight's getting closer, are you happier than ever to be getting back in that cage?
Feels better and better. Honestly, it feels fucking good. It feels right. That's it. It's time to fight.
At the media day yesterday, Paolo wasn't very impressed with your jiu-jitsu. I'm curious, do you believe you have the grappling advantage in this fight?
I'll treat Paolo like a bitch if he gets to the ground. It'll be over.
Paolo, I'm curious your thoughts on that.
Tá curioso para saber o que você acha disso? Que ele falou que você vai ser a cadelinha dele.
Ah, man. Come on. This guy is too old to say this kind of bullshit. Come on, man. Come on.
Look. You're the one who's wearing glasses, motherfucker. Can you see shit? You've been doing cosmetics this whole thing. I was surprised you're looking fucking the same. I thought you'd be Caitlyn Jenner.
You are too old to see this kind of bullshit, man.
Hey, this motherfucker didn't want to take the fight in the first place. The UFC forced it down his throat. They delayed it twice. Month after month, all the cosmetic bullshit you got done, you little bitch. Shut up.
Polo, are you surprised that Luke is bringing this sort of energy to you today?
Say again?
Are you surprised that Luke is bringing this energy to you today?
Energy? No, the energy...
He doesn't even know what fucking energy means. The motherfucker, his girlfriend is doing every thought process for him. He doesn't know shit.
The energy doesn't matter on the day of the fight, you know. He can say this bullshit, I think don't fit on a old man like he is, but the energy...
Did your girlfriend tell you that?
The energy doesn't matter on the day of the fight, you know. We will be close on the same cage, me and him, just me and him, and we will see who has more energy, who has more powerful, who has more, you know, more will to win this fight.
Who's next? Who's got the next question?
Question for Jose Aldo, here in the back.
Thank you, guys.
Yesterday at Media Day, you said with a win on Saturday, you do expect a title fight. The man you're fighting is a training partner with the champion, Aljamain Sterling, who is sitting right over there. Are you viewing this fight on Saturday to send a message to Aljamain?
Ontem, Aldo, você falou que... Você pegou a pergunta, né? Praticamente. Ontem você falou que essa luta seria o primeiro passo para você fazer a próxima para ganhar o título. O homem com quem você vai lutar amanhã é o cara que está aqui, que também treina com o campeão Aljamain Sterling, que está na casa. Que mensagem que você manda ao ganhar dele amanhã?
Não, ele já viu, né? Ele já viu eu lutando, né, de hoje, então já me acompanha, né, de agora. Na minha última luta, eu dei o recado e mostrei como é que faz. Então, eu só estou esperando isso. Sábado, eu vencendo o Merab. Respeito meu oponente, mas eu vou vencê-lo e ele vai ser o meu próximo adversário.
You've seen everything that I can do. You've been watching my fights for quite some time. I mean, that's the message. I beat Merab on Saturday, and I'm going to fight for the title, as I've said before after my last fight.
And finally for Merab, here in the back. Jose has obviously fought in the best of the best at both featherweight and bantamweight. So I'm curious, what do you believe that you bring into the octagon that he hasn't faced yet?
I think I have a good style to beat him. Of course, he's a legend. I respect, I love him as a fighter, and all respect, but I have a good style, and yeah, I think I can beat him. We will all see, but it's gonna be a good fight for sure. I'm ready. I came here for war, you know? I'm ready.
Dana, one for you. Luke just said you guys had to force this fight down Paulo's throat. Is there any truth to that? Was it difficult to get Paulo?
Gives a shit, they're here.
Fair enough. And Luke, kind of a more serious one for you. You had a pretty emotional post this week talking about how Cain Velasquez couldn't be here for you. Could you just expand on that a little bit and what it's like going through this week in his absence?
You know, Cain is a fucking good human being. And this world has so many fucking problems. And, you know, it just sucks. I'm fighting, and, you know, I love that man, and he needs to get the whole world. I don't know what he needs to do. You know, no one knows what to do, you know? Dana feels the same fucking way, too. We all want the fucking best for him. It's just bullshit. This world needs to change.
And just one for you, Leon. I'm curious if you plan to watch Kamaru's appearance in the Black Panther movie.
I'll watch it for sure, 100%. Listen, I know we're going to fight, you know, and I'm not going to be a hater, but I'm not going to watch it. He's another black man doing good stuff, you know, so...
You're not hating on me? Huh? Then let me live then. Why are you not hating? Let me live.
I heard.
I see you shining with the Dior shirt and the glasses. I see you shining too. So you're going to watch me in Black Panther and let me shine.
I'll let you live. Do you think?
Question for Paulo Costa. Paulo, what is in the secret juice? Everybody wants to know.
The people want to know, right? Yeah, man. No.
Damn, you're dumb.
I will not put the shirts off like him to look like a teenager or something like young.
I'm old. I'm young. What the fuck am I? Shut up.
This hat, you know, this kind of you are dressing, try look better or looking young. I don't need this. I will keep my composure. The secret juice is just a joke, but there has a lot of vitamins, just this stuff.
Question for Kamaru Usman, the champion. This is the third fight in a row defending the belt against a former opponent. What's the degree of difficulty stack up facing Leon Edwards against the likes of a Colby Covington and a Jorge Masvidal?
They're all very difficult in their sense. I mean, Leon poses a different threat than Masvidal, poses a different threat than Colby, and Colby and Masvidal posed a different threat than Leon. So, you know, I don't take this for granted. I know he's going to be a very, very tough fighter, and I have put the work in. I put the preparation in. So Saturday night, y'all are in for a treat, Salt Lake City.
Question for the challenger, Leon Rocky Edwards. 9-fight winning streak. You've had a lot of bouts canceled, that is. Listen, man, does it make you feel bad, bother you at all that there's a guy named Khamzat Chimaev that's won 3 fights in the welterweight division that's likely 1 fight away from getting a title shot?
Shut the fuck up. That doesn't make no sense. What do you say?
All right, one last one. It's a fun one. Your nickname's Rocky. What Rocky character best characterizes your opponent? Clubber Lane, Apollo Creed, Thunder Lips, Adrian. Last one for Dana White. Was there any consideration putting a belt on the line for Paulo Costa and Luke Rockhold? BLF.
You know that thing's a microphone, right? It works.
BLF.
No, there wasn't. Thank you.
Leon Edwards, question for you, my brother. You were kind of going back and forth with Kamaru. You were chirping his shirt. You had also made a reference this week about Terry Crews and white chicks. Talk to me about that.
Now listen, I'm just having fun up here. You know, obviously, he is feeling himself, and like I said, I cannot be a hater, and he has went out there and done great things since we last fought, you know, so have I. But I feel he's losing himself a little bit from what I remember. At every press conference, it's just like how to be African start pack. Every time, just be yourself, relax, enjoy the moment, and do you know. But I can see straight through it. I've seen guys like this time and time again, you know.
Hey, Kamaru took that Terry Crews thing way too far. That was wild. hey, can we see that one time, Kamaru?
What? What'd you say?
Can we see that Terry Crews, that little shakedown?
What?
The Terry Crews, the little shakedown.
Hey, you know, like I said.
Come on, hey, come on, Kush.
If you look like me,
come on, Kush. Give him the titties.
If you look like me, they would do it too.
And then a question for the champ. Champ, can we confirm, you said yesterday, hey, I might hit the white chicks dance when I win on Saturday. Can we confirm we're going to hear Run DMC, It's Tricky, and you're going to hit the white chicks dance in the octagon?
Hey, you know, honestly, I don't know. But if I'm feeling froggy, I might do something special after that.
Aldo, você tem muitos e muitos anos de carreira. Eu queria saber, dentro da sua experiência, que tipo de desafio, qual a diferença, o que o Merab pode trazer que você ainda não viu no octógono?
Aldo, after so many years in your career, you've seen it all. What difference does Merab have from everything that you've seen in the past up until now?
Acho que estou muito acostumado já por isso. Já faço isso há muitos anos, né? Então não importa o adversário, sempre treino da mesma maneira, como fosse a primeira vez que eu estou dentro do cage. Então eu me preparo sempre da mesma maneira, dando duro todo dia na academia lá, para chegar dentro do cage e não ter surpresa nenhuma. Então é assim que vai ser de sábado também. Me preparei bastante. Respeito o Merab, respeito a história dele, mas esse é o meu momento, eu vou vencê-lo e vou ser o próximo campeão do peso galo.
For the longest of times, I've always done this. I've always prepared myself. I've always worked hard in the gym, regardless of who I'm facing. Any opponent, I've done this. This is not my first time. I respect Merab a lot. I have utmost respect for him, but I've worked for this. You're gonna see everything that I have to offer on Saturday, and after that, I'm gonna be a champion.
Aldo, o UFC vai voltar para o Brasil em janeiro. Você falou, já deixou claro que vencendo essa luta, o passo natural para você é disputar o cinturão. O quão forte é o seu desejo de repente, disputar o cinturão no Brasil? Ou no mundo ideal, quando você lutaria de novo no Brasil?
The UFC is coming back to Brazil starting next year. You've said this, that after this fight, you need a shot at the title. That's the fight that you expect. I mean, how big is your desire to go back to Brazil as soon as possible? And if not, in January, how soon would you like to be in Brazil?
Então, acho que o primeiro passo é vencer o Merab. Depois disso, pensar no que vai acontecer. Tem esse evento no Brasil, mas não depende de mim, né? Depende também da luta pelo título que vai acontecer em outubro. Aí daí a gente possa sentar e ver qual vai ser a melhor data.
First of all, I need to beat Merab before we do this. Obviously, let's see what happens with this fight, and obviously, let's see what happens with the title fight in October. And from then on, you decide where to put me, and we'll go from there.
Paulo, uma pergunta para você. Como brasileiro, a gente vê que o perfil é um pouco diferente, né? Não é muito comum ver brasileiro falando inglês na coletiva, o trash talk. O quão você gosta disso, o quão você se sente confortável na frente do público nos Estados Unidos falando inglês e de repente tendo esse momento de acalorado aí com o seu rival?
As a Brazilian, it's not common for us to see our countrymen actually just going at it, speaking English in press conferences and kind of trash talking in English to somebody. How much do you enjoy being here in front of everybody, trash talking with America, just, you know, being one of the club and just being part of this?
Português ou English?
Foi?
Português ou English?
Manda inglês, meu camarada.
Tá. Yeah, to me is normal, you know, be part of the show. I'm so happy to be here to see a lot different face, you know. It's such amazing good vibration come from the audience. The last time I remember I fought with audience was 2019, so to me it's amazing to be here and bring a great show for you guys. Man, I'm on my prime time. I will fuck this old man on the Saturday. And he is visibly uncomfortable because he knows he will face a monster and he knows already, look for him. He's not comfortable. I will make, you know, I believe UFC
Listen.
good
You don't
gift
deal with it. You've
for
never
retire
dealt with
this
it.
guy, and I will retire his on Saturday.
Let's fucking go!
Hey, have you ever dealt with adversity? The one time you met adversity, you missed weight by 20 fucking pounds.
Go ahead.
Aldo, esse ano você comemorou 11 anos de UFC, 18 anos de carreira, é o GOAT do peso pena. Queria saber qual é o segredo para continuar lutando no topo há tanto tempo?
Aldo, 11 years in the UFC, 18 years in a career. You're the GOAT at featherweight. What's the secret of just keeping this and standing at the top?
A missão de ser campeão, né? Eu acho que desde que eu entrei nesse esporte eu sempre quis ser o melhor. E sempre fiz por onde, sempre trabalhei, treinei duro para isso. Então, enquanto eu sonhar em ser o campeão, eu sempre vou estar no topo.
The ambition of being a champion, always looking for this. I've always wanted to be a champion all throughout, and the desire to be a champion. That's always everything. This is everything I work for, everything I desire, and as long as that continues, I'm going to be staying at the top.
E a sua esposa está aqui, grávida de 8 meses, para assistir sua luta na primeira fila. Eu queria saber qual é a emoção de, na verdade, estar aí esperando seu primeiro filho, né, masculino, né, que você já tem a Joana. E o que isso te motivou, o quanto isso te motivou?
And your wife is here and is pregnant for 8 months. I mean, this is going to be your first boy. What's the emotion like to actually have that coming up?
Uma felicidade muito grande, né? Era um sonho que eu tinha. Eu acho que eu tenho que sempre agradecer a Deus todas as noites por tudo aquilo que Ele fez na minha vida. Eu acho que todos os sonhos que eu botei, eu sempre bati a meta, sempre pude fazer, realizar. Então esse é mais um. Mas claro, primeiro vem meu trabalho agora, que eu estou garantindo o futuro dele. Então eu não penso nisso agora, estou pensando na luta. Assim que eu vencer a luta, a gente sai, comemora e espera a chegada desse tão sonhado do Aldinho.
Just great emotion. I mean, everything that I fought for, I've always achieved. Every goal that I set for myself, I've been able to achieve, and that's one of them, actually, having another boy as well. Having my family here, obviously, is really good, but focusing on my work, focusing on my job, and in order to actually provide for them. So I'm going to fight on Saturday, and after that, we're going to go out and celebrate with this blessing that's coming out from God.
Hey, on a real note, Paulo, what's your weight at? Yeah, my question. What's your weight at? We all want to know.
You want to see my weight?
I want to know your weight. Are you going to make weight? Are you going to make weight? Are you going to make fucking weight?
My guy, you're up. Go ahead.
Just for Leon, real quick, you and Kamaru fought for the first time. It was 2015, long time ago. How much does that even matter in your preparation, and how much do you think Kamaru has changed since 2015?
Well, skill set wise, I think skill set wise, he has improved. You know, he's shown in his fight, he's improved in his boxing. He's not a panicked wrestler now. You know, he's comfortable on his feet. And I watched that fight back this camp, but I haven't took much notice of it. You know, I am two different fighters than what I was when I was 2015. You said 7 years ago. I've grown leaps and bounds, and I think Saturday night I will show that.
And then just quick for Dana, you talked about Kamaru being in the GOAT conversation. But as far as star power, how much have you seen him grow? He's going to be in Black Panther. How much have you seen him grow as far as like numbers, metrics, and star power?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I love about Kamaru Usman. But first of all, the guy always fights. He continuously, after every fight, wants to fight again. He stays active. He stays busy. He's become more and more dominant. And every fight, he's become a more well-rounded fighter since he won the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, he's done everything perfectly. You couldn't have a better trajectory than he's had.
And then real quick, one last thing for you, Dana. Saw some reports, Carla Esparza versus Zhang Weili for MSG. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's what we're working on. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Salt Lake City. Thank you guys for coming out. And I'll tell you guys right now, this is a healthy reminder. If Leon did his homework, you guys are in for a treat Saturday night. But if he didn't, there's a healthy reminder on my neck to show him how I get down.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming out today, Salt Lake City. And I want to thank Ryan Smith again for everything. We appreciate you very much. And we're going to rip this stuff out of here and square them off for photo ops. See you tomorrow. Just play that on.
All right, we're ready. Let's go. Jose, come on up.
Come on, Jose.
champion, you look for someone who's dominant, who's above the rest of the pack. That is Kamaru Usman.
Usman still undisputed.
I am the pound-for-pound best alive right now.
Every single time he steps out here, he proves it. I'm here to stay for the long run. You'll fade away before I'm done.
If Usman can keep doing what he's doing, he's going to go down as the greatest ever.
But he's facing a man in Leon Edwards that's a real threat.
I'm on a win streak in the hardest division in the sport.
He's earned his spot here.
Like it or not, I'm at your door. Open the gate, cause it rock come.
Kamaru Usman, I look forward to my title shot. I'm going to win the fight.
Leon Edwards poses the biggest threat, but I will knock him out.
Kamaru Usman.
You're looking at a man who has been absolutely dominant.
Leon Edwards, the skills that this man has, he can submit you or knock you out on the feet.
He's a very dangerous man.
One of the scariest knockout artists in the UFC, Paulo Costa.
He's a force of destruction.
He throws bombs.
Luke Rockhold returns.
He is an animal inside the octagon.
The king of Rio, Jose Aldo.
One of the best of all time.
Merab Dvalishvili. This man is a savage. The UFC returns to Salt Lake City.
I can't wait.
I'm unstoppable.